Hey yo, I'm back with another video. And today I want to do a recap of Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludovit Klein as Maycee Barber and Erin Blanchfield could not fight. I don't know what exactly happened, but before I start today's video, watch this video at 1.5x speed, or maybe don't. Maybe watch it at normal speed, but please subscribe to my channel. I've got very few subscribers and I need more subscribers. All right, let's start today's video. Good performance by Mateusz Gamrot. I will talk about that. But first, let me talk about the main event. That is, Maycee Barber was supposed to fight against Erin Blanchfield. And Maycee Barber apparently had a seizure right before she was about to walk out to the octagon for her fight. But prior to tonight, I think last night or yesterday, she missed weight. So she was already missing weight, which means that the weight cut was hard on her body. Uh, and after that, a seizure. I don't know where she goes from here. Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell is going to happen with her. Hopefully, she is all right. I don't want anyone to suffer from any kind of bad medical condition or any kind of medical emergency. But like I said, there's nothing to talk about this entire fight card. The fight card was kind of like lackluster. I did not really watch majority of the fights. I think I watched only two fights. That is the Ramiz Brahimaz fight and the Mateusz Gamrot fight. But still, I'll talk about the rest of the fights since I made a prediction video. Alice Anderson versus Brian T. Santos. I did not make a prediction, but Alice Anderson, she won by unanimous decision. Good for her. Balaji Oki versus Michael as well. Balaji Oki, he won by unanimous decision. I think I predicted Balaji Oki to win this one. I did well on prediction, to be honest. Whatever I predicted, I kind of got that. Jordan Levitt versus Tart Holloway. I don't think I predicted the winner of this fight. But Jordan Levitt won by Anaconda choke. He's only 29 years old. There is still a chance for him to, make a comeback and get a lot of wins in his career. He lost to Paddy Pimblett. He's 11-3 in his career. He's 30 years old. He still kind of has like 2 to 3 years left of his prime. So yeah, good win for Jordan Levitt. I'm happy for him. Alan Nascimento, he again also won this fight by unanimous decision as I predicted. He defeated Rafael Filhao, 127.5 and 126.5. I think he missed weight probably, but it is what it is. He won the fight at the end of the day. Jacoby versus Dusko Todorovic. I did not watch this fight. I don't think anyone should have. But Jacoby Reese, the Savage, won this fight. Good for him. Let's move on. Caitlin Vieira versus Maycee Chiasson. I thought Maycee Chiasson would win against Caitlin Vieira, but I was wrong. Caitlin Vieira was able to defeat Maycee Chiasson by an unanimous decision. Really good for her. Dustin Jacoby made a comeback. Dustin Jacoby is probably on a 2-fight winning streak. In his last fight, he knocked out Vitor Petrino. And in this fight, he knocked out Bruno Lopes. I should have picked Dustin Jacoby because I've seen him fight before. And I have never seen Bruno Lopes fight. But yeah, I made a mistake. And Dustin Jacoby knocked out Bruno Lopes in round 1. Really good performance by Dustin Jacoby. Kudos to him. Good job. Job well done. Now this one, I actually watched this fight. That is Ramiz Brahimaz versus Billy Ray Goff. I did not watch the entire fight. I watched the finish. I remember watching the finish, and I was Ramiz Brahimaz, I think he put Billy Ray Goff in a ninja choke, and Billy Ray Goff was trying to grapple with Ramiz Brahimaz, but he could not take down Ramiz, and Brahimaz was able to basically push him against the cage. And when he was pushing him against the cage, Billy Ray Goff was, I don't know, for some reason it seemed like he was putting his neck in the line of Brahimaz for I don't know, he probably wanted to get choke or something. Brahimaz basically put him in a ninja choke, and then eventually the ninja choke, he turned it into a standing guillotine, and he not just submitted Billy Ray Goff. Like there was no tapping by Billy Ray Goff. He literally finished him on the ground because Billy Ray Goff was landing unconscious on the ground, where like similar to when John Jones choked out Lyoto Machida. The same kind of situation was what happened to Billy Ray Goff. Billy Ray Goff was in a similar situation, like he was laying on the canvas looking upwards, and the dude was out of his senses. So actually a really good performance by Ramiz Brahimaz. He's 11-5 in UFC. I think he's probably on a 2-fight winning streak right now. I don't exactly know. Let me just take a look at his record. Yes, he's on a 2-5 winning streak. He defeated Mickey Gall. He defeated Billy Ray Goff. He lost to Court McGee. He lost to Themba Gorimbo. And also Max Griffin. Okay. Weird, man. Weird. The dude, yeah, I guess he's a decent fighter. Not exactly a great fighter, but Billy Ray Goff is a bad fighter. From now onwards, we know that. And the dude is really young as well. He can probably make some adjustment, in future and come back as a stronger and a better version. Let's move on. Mateusz Gamrot, the man, the myth, the legend, who defeated Ludovit Klein. This was a vintage Mateusz Gamrot kind of a performance, a really good performance by Mateusz Gamrot. He did what I expected him to do. That is, take down Ludovit Klein and kind of dominate him on the ground. And he did land some good ground and pound shots, unlike in a lot of other fights where he just lays on top of his opponent. But in this fight, Mateusz Gamrot did something well. He did not just lay on top of Ludovit Klein. He tried to land some elbows. He tried to land some hammer fists, some punches on the ground, which in my opinion is a very good improvement for Mateusz Gamrot. Even when they were striking in the third round, Mateusz Gamrot was landing some really good shots. There is some really good jabs on Ludovit Klein. In the first round, Ludovit Klein, he kind of hurt Mateusz Gamrot. It wasn't really a knockdown. Maybe it was a knockdown, but every time Mateusz Gamrot goes down, he's going to go for a takedown. That is what it does. He was able to take down Ludovit Klein in the first round. He was able to do the same thing in second round. And in third round, they were striking. When they were striking, Klein was landing some good shots. Gamrot was also landing some good shots. And then eventually, he was able to find the takedown and just basically dominated Klein for the rest of the round. Every time Ludovit Klein made a move, Gamrot was one step ahead of it. So a really good performance by Mateusz Gamrot. He has called out Benoit Saint-Denis. He has called out Paddy Pimblett. I think he should have called out Arman Tsarukyan. If he defeats, if you would have called out Arman Tsarukyan and if he goes on to defeat Arman Tsarukyan, he can call out for a title shot. Because the lightweight division is kind of open at this point of time. If Gamrot manages to defeat Arman Tsarukyan, the UFC might give him some favor because they don't like Arman Tsarukyan at that point of time. Like if Gamrot defeats Tsarukyan, they don't like Tsarukyan at this point of time because of all the shenanigans that he has done, like pulling out of a fight at the very last moment because of some injury, so-called injury, apparently miss. Again, I'm not saying this. These are all rumors. But if he did that, the UFC does not like him that much. And also, he's 34 years old at this point of time. Dude, you need to really speedrun your career. You need to, instead of fighting somebody like Ludovit Klein or Benoit Saint-Denis, I think he can defeat Benoit Saint-Denis. He knows that he can defeat Benoit Saint-Denis. I think, yeah, that's a good thing. He can destroy Benoit Saint-Denis. He can do that. That will make him a bigger name. I don't know if that will really make him a bigger name. But we did lose to Dan Booker. That is a salty loss. That's a really bad loss. How do you lose to Dan Booker in 2024? That was bad. But still, good win for him. And as far as Ludovit Klein is concerned, I think Mateusz Gamrot is a really tough opponent to crack in your first shot. Again, he was on a good winning streak, but he did lose to Ned Landwehr at one point of time. So yeah, Mateusz Gamrot is much better than him. So I don't know, man, what you do with Klein. He is not going to be wrecked. Probably he should be fighting somebody like Thiago Moises or, I don't know, Renato Moicano maybe. But Moicano is pretty good as well. But yeah, like Moicano would have some trouble with Klein, but Klein also looked like really small compared to Mateusz Gamrot. Like Gamrot seemed like physically he was much bigger than Klein, and he could just, like both the arm span of Mateusz Gamrot is probably way bigger than the entire frame of Ludovit Klein. So he could just twist him and turn him in ways which he would not be able to do with someone much bigger than Klein. But yeah, but none of that matters. What matters right now is that Mateusz Gamrot, he won as I predicted him to win by a unanimous decision. He said that you kind of wanted to finish Ludovit Klein, but he could not. I don't blame him because Mateusz Gamrot does not get finished and he never finishes anyone. That is the specialty of Mateusz Gamrot, and you got to respect him. I guess that is it from today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, then drop a like, comment something for the algorithm. Maybe just comment that Mateusz Gamrot is a good fighter, and share this video to your friends and family who like watching UFC. And please subscribe to my channel. I've got very few subscribers, and peace out.